Good evening, Patriots, and welcome back to another broadcast of Mason Cable News. We are excited to bring the news as it forms every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Also, make sure to stay tuned after the roundtable discussion for tonight's edition of Mason Noticias with Paula Morales giving the rundown of tonight's stories in Spanish. I'm Kirsten Robinson.
And I'm Alexis Wooded.
We are in the middle of Black History Month, and there are still many events to attend, celebrating the rich culture and history of African Americans. ODIME, Mason's Office of Diversity, Inclusion, and Multicultural Education, will be hosting the Black Excellence Gala in Dewberry Hall on February 23rd. ODIME says it will be an evening of mystery, culture, and celebration. Several student organizations are hosting their own events to celebrate the month, one of them being Roosevelt at Mason, who will host Technicolor Was Never Meant to Be So White, Racial Diversity in Film on February 27th in the Johnson Center. Visit odime.gmu.edu/BAHM/ for more information about events taking place throughout the month.
The Mason Patriots faced off against the George Washington Colonials during this last homecoming game. The first half, both teams were neck and neck with GW at 25 points against the Patriots at 26 points. It was a close game between the teams until the very end, when Mason, in the second half, managed to pull ahead of the George Washington Colonials by 7 points, winning the game with a final score of 65 for GW and a solid 72 points for the Mason Patriots. Even though it rained the day of homecoming, that didn't stop everyone from having fun by getting together with friends under heated tents, going to the food trucks, listening to live music, and participating in giveaways. We've got more on homecoming from Angelique Arentalk. Check out her coverage of the game.
Biggest things that brings the Mason community together is none other than basketball. Students, faculty, alumni, and members of the local community showed off their green and gold at Homecoming 2018.
Now over here, I have Sammy and I have Angela from the Masonettes, a Mason-spirited dance program here on campus. So Sammy, Angela, tell me, what was your most favorite part of homecoming week and what are you looking forward to for the game?
All the activities that just support Mason spirit have been really great, but our favorite activity is going to be the game. We're really excited.
I really like today's tailgate, and I'm also really excited for the game today. It'll be great.
Among the Patriot, Mason cheerleaders, and the Masonettes, the Green Machine put in total energy toward the ultimate victory of the Patriots. Reporting from the Eagle Bank Arena, Angelique Arentalk, Mason Cable News.
It is never too late to get your flu vaccine. According to Gary Preps, University Distinguished Professor and Director of Mason's Center for Health and Risk Communication, vaccines are the best way to prevent reducing the spread of the flu. Flu symptoms often include headaches, fevers, and body aches. Anyone that does not feel well during the flu season should seek medical help immediately. It is crucial that you stay home and rest. Also, it is important to know that the flu is dangerous for people with a compromised immune system and chronic health problems. Stay safe and healthy, Patriots.
The annual Sojourner Truth Lecture is February 19th at 1:30 p.m. in the Hub Ballroom. This year's guest speaker is Sabrina Fulton, mother of Trayvon Martin, to discuss themes from her book, Rest in Power, The Enduring Life of Trayvon Martin. After the lecture, Ms. Fulton will be selling and signing her book. Make sure to RSVP. This is an event you won't want to miss.
The Virginia Opera's production of A Midsummer Night's Dream is arriving at the Center for the Arts February 17th through the 18th. If you like mystery, magic, and music, you won't want to miss this show where fantasy meets reality. Ticket prices range from $54 to $110. Don't miss the pre-performance discussion with Dr. Opera Glenn Winters before Saturday's 8 p.m. and Sunday's 2 p.m. shows.
Looking for a new job or internship? Mason's Spring Career Fair will be next Wednesday and Thursday, the 21st and 22nd, from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Hosted by University Career Services, more than 200 local, regional, and national employers will be present. Wednesday will be more focused on STEM positions, especially computer science and data-driven fields. Thursday will be geared toward non-STEM positions, particularly in business, public service, and other humanities. Come learn about opportunities for full and part-time positions, along with internships and co-ops. Everyone is welcome to attend. The event will be in Dewberry Hall. Be sure to bring a polished resume and a firm handshake, and we'll see you there.
Due to an influx of on-campus housing demands and a shortened supply of arrangements, almost all of the senior class received an email from Mason Housing saying they are currently on the wait list. Luckily, the Spring Housing Fair is coming up on Wednesday, February 28th. If you have questions about budgeting or what to look for in a lease, stop by to gather information on what to expect when transitioning off campus. The event is free and from 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. in the Dewberry Hall lobby. For more information, visit offcampus.gmu.edu.
Get your sketchbooks and come join us for a light sketch jam from 6 to 10 p.m. at the Art and Design Building, 2049. We will be focusing on refining project ideas with a more relaxed atmosphere than our February 2nd event. Light refreshments will be served. We at Sketch Jam believe firmly in friendly, constructive critique, no matter what level you're at or what medium you use. And while we strongly encourage all of our attendees to get some practice drawing, it is not necessary. Come talk about your ideas, projects, and classes. Parking passes will be provided for alums and non-Mason members of the community.
On February 19th, from 2 to 4 p.m., the Counseling and Psychological Services is hosting Mason Cares Suicide Prevention Student Gatekeeper Training. The event is to help others learn about suicide and how to help prevent it. Students who complete the training will receive a certificate of completion as a gatekeeper for suicide prevention at George Mason University. The event will be held in Sub 1, room 3129.
Come out tomorrow to In Live in Color Live. Hosted by the Omicron Rho chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Incorporated, it will take place in the Hub Ballroom and start at 7:30 p.m. Wear your best 90s attire and bring your best old school moves for this fun celebration of Black film, theater, and the arts. There will be a Best Dressed award, so get creative. Tickets are on sale now at kiosks or at the door.
Now, here is Rosemary Adisi to bring you up to date with Jelena, Logan Paul, and Tide Pods. After that, we'll have Valerie Preactor with this week's sports report and our roundtable discussion on the opening ceremony and games of the 2018 Winter Olympics. Stay put, you're watching Mason Cable News.
Hello Patriots, welcome to On the Couch. I'm your host Rosemary DC and we are back for another week of Hollywood news. Happy Valentine's Day everyone. I don't have a Valentine. I do, however, have a ton of girlfriends that I love, so I'm celebrating Galentine's Day. Happy Galentine's Day to all my single people out there that can't tell if they hate or love this time of year. Today a ton of love is in the air and you can probably guess what celebrity couple had a romantic getaway to celebrate. Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez traveled to Laguna Beach over the weekend for a romantic getaway. The couple have been keeping a low profile ever since they started dating again. I honestly haven't heard a lot about them recently and I wasn't even sure if they were still a thing, but they definitely are still a thing and they're still spending a lot of time together. I mean, they're traveling to Laguna Beach together and they're chilling by the pool and they're taking strolls on paths that overlook the ocean. This is all stuff I wish I was doing today, but I don't have a Justin Bieber. On to our next story. Supermodel Gigi Hadid clapped back at body shamers on Twitter the other day, and things got deep. Gigi, who dates former One Direction member Zayn, tweeted 6 tweets explaining her history with Hashimoto's disease, which is an autoimmune condition that causes thyroid damage. The model opened up about why she loves her body no matter what critics say and revealed that she appreciates her appearance even more after being diagnosed with the disease. She concluded with her last tweet saying, "Please, as social media users and human beings in general, learn to have more empathy for others and know that you never really know the whole story. Use your energy to lift those that you admire rather than be cruel to those you don't." Well said, Gigi. This is a lesson for people that think they're critics and body shame others or leave negative comments. If you're one of those, next time you're about to say something hurtful to someone, just remember that if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. For our last story of the day, remember that YouTuber Logan Paul? If not, let me remind you that this is the guy that sparked serious controversy with his YouTube video showing the corpse of a man who hung himself from a tree in a forest in Japan. Yeah, him. Well, let's check on how he's doing. Logan took a break from YouTubing after coming under fire for his video. He returned to YouTube a couple weeks ago with a PSA video about suicide awareness. But this man is out of control because just last week he posted a vlog showing him tasering 2 dead rats and then pretended to give CPR to a live fish that he took out of a pond. Of course he came under fire for this one once again. You would think that I'm done, but I'm not. This man recently tweeted to his 4.2 million Twitter followers, encouraging them to do the Tide Pod Challenge. I never thought I'd be saying this, but people, please do not eat Tide Pods. They are for your laundry. They are not a dietary supplement. Anyway, that is all for this week's On the Couch. Be sure to follow me on my social media at RosemaryDC. Once again, happy Valentine's Day, or in my case, Galentine's Day. Go treat yourself, buy a tub of ice cream, watch the Titanic, or do your homework so you can get that A+. Again, I'm your host, Rosemary DC. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next week right here on the couch.
Hello, Patriots. My name is Valerie Preactor. Here is this week's sports report. The men's golf team started their spring season in Palm City, Florida. Senior Ellis Messiaen opened strong at the UNCG Martin Downs Collegiate Tournament. In the first round, Messiaen carded 5 birdies to shoot a 2 over 74. Oddly enough, the Patriots did not qualify for a team score that round because 2 sophomores were disqualified due to incorrect scorecards. In the second round, Davis Soderberger shot a 1 over 73, and Jeff Wilson carded a 2 over 74, and both recorded 5 birdies. Since the 2 disqualifications in the first round, the Patriots cannot score as a team because they do not have 4 individual scores. The wrestling team fell against Franklin and Marshall, 22-17, in a non-conference challenge last Sunday in the RAC. The redshirt senior Ibrahim Induka started with 2 takedowns to build a 4-1 lead over Franklin and Marshall, and in the second period scored 2 more takedowns to lead the Patriots to a 9-2 lead. After their loss, head coach Frank Beasley said, "The thing I took away from tonight more than anything was the effort. I thought today, top to bottom, it was one of our best efforts of the season." The men's tennis team battled hard against Duquesne last Sunday, but dropped a 4-3 loss against the Dukes. The Patriots won 3 out of 6 single matches, but dropped in the doubles points. Sophomore Edward Ayers got the Patriots on board by winning 2 straight sets. Also, freshman Carter Bradford won 6-3 and 6-1 to improve a perfect 4-0 in his first dual season. It was a huge win for George Mason's basketball team this past Saturday at the homecoming game. The men beat their rival George Washington 72-65. This is the Patriots' first victory over George Washington since 2010. Head coach Dave Paulson said, "I told them in the locker room, I think it was the hardest we've fought for the longest in a game. We fought on every single possession." Junior Otis Livingston II tallied 14 points and tied his career high of 9 assists made. The Patriots play against Dayton tonight at 7 p.m., so head out to Eagle Bank Arena right now because you won't want to miss this Valentine's Day matchup. That's all I got for this week's sports report. Reporting for Mason Cable News, I'm Valerie Preactor. Stick around for our roundtable discussion.
This past Friday was the start of the 2018 Winter Olympics in Pyeongchang, South Korea. Almost 3,000 athletes from 92 countries came back with hopes to win gold medals and bronze medals and silver medals to bring home. So far, the U.S. has already won 4 gold, held by Shaun White, Jamie Anderson, Red Gerard, and Chloe Kim. But other countries have also made their mark as well. Pita Tatatafua was the Tongan flag bearer, was only wearing a traditional skirt in the 32-degree weather. North Korea also brought an all-female squad of 200 cheerleaders at the Olympic hockey game. So, Kirsten, Valerie, what did you guys think of the opening ceremony and the game so far?
I have to say my favorite part was probably Shaun White. I've been following him since I was a kid, and I was just super excited after he didn't medal last year. The last time the games were held, for him to medal last night. It was really cool to watch. I'm not really a snowboarding fan, but it seems like the Olympics come on, and I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Yeah. I'm so excited to see this happening. So I just really love following Shaun White and everything that he's done.
And he was quite emotional when it happened as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. Chloe Kim, for me, is just a crazy inspiration because she eats churros just like I do. It's incredible. And she won that gold medal on almost an empty stomach because she didn't finish her breakfast sandwich and tweeted about it, and I was all over it.
It's unbelievable that she's only 17 years old and she's doing that. It's crazy. And the opening ceremony celebrations were so beautiful and showed up all the history of South Korea, and the way that North and South Korean athletes came together to be under one flag was really beautiful, showing that unity.
Absolutely. Thank you for tuning in, Patriots. We'll have Paula Morales on next to give you a highlight of this evening's news in Spanish. You can keep up to date with news on and off campus if you follow us on Instagram at MCN on TV, on Twitter and Facebook at Mason Cable News, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Mason Cable Network. My name is Kirsten Robinson.
I'm Valerie Preactor.
And I'm Alexis Whitted. We'll see you all next week. Have a great evening.
Buenas tardes, yo soy Paula Morales y estas son tus noticias de la noche. Estamos en medio de Black History Month y todavía hay un montón de eventos para asistir a la celebración de la rica cultura y la historia de los afroamericanos. ODIME, Oficina de Mason de la Diversidad, Inclusión y Educación Multicultural, será el anfitrión del Black Excellence Gala en Dewberry Hall el 23 de febrero. ODIME dice que será una noche de misterio, cultura y celebración. Varias organizaciones estudiantiles están organizando sus propios eventos para celebrar el mes. Uno de ellos siendo Roosevelt at Mason, que será el anfitrión de Technicolor Was Never Meant to Be So White, Racial Diversity in Film el 23 de febrero en el Johnson Center. El 19 de febrero habrá conferencia de la verdadera del forastero 2018 con Sabrina Fulton, la madre de Trayvon Martin. Ella estará hablando sobre el camino social y sobre la construcción de las comunidades mejores y más seguras. Vea más eventos, visite odime.gmu.edu/BAHM para obtener más información para estos eventos. Los Mason Patriots se enfrentaron contra George Washington Colonials durante este último juego de Homecoming. En la primera mitad, ambos equipos eran cuello en cuello con GW en 25 puntos contra los Patriotas 26 puntos. Fue un juego muy cercano entre los equipos hasta que el final, cuando Mason en la segunda mitad logró tirar adelante de los George Washington Colonials por 7 puntos, ganando el juego con una puntuación final siendo 65 puntos para George Washington y un sólido 72 puntos para Mason. El juego de Homecoming nos impidió con una porción trasero y aunque llovió, no detuvo todo el mundo de divertirse, reunirse con sus amigos bajo las carpetas climatizadas, ir a los camiones de comida y escuchar la música en vivo y participar en sorteos. Nunca es demasiado tarde para vacunarse contra la gripe. Según Gary Krebs, profesor distinguido en la universidad y director del Centro de Mason para la Salud y Comunicación de Riesgo, afirma que la vacuna es la mejor prevención para reducir la propagación de la gripe. Los síntomas de la gripe incluyen dolores de cabeza, fiebre y dolores de cuerpo. Cualquier persona que no se siente bien durante la temporada de gripe debe ver una asistencia médica. Es crucial que se quede en casa y descanse. Además, es importante saber que la gripe es peligroso para las personas con un sistema inmunológico con promedio y con problemas de salud crónicos. Manténgase seguro y sano, Patriots. Eso es todo por hoy. Gracias por estar con nosotros cada miércoles a las 6:30. Yo soy Paula Morales y les deseo una buena noche.